Hello, everyone. This is Captain Kyle. I'm here at the Great Philly Comic-Con. I'm here with Paul Freeman, who is an excellent actor who you might have seen in Power Rangers and also in Indiana Jones. That thing belongs in a museum. How are you enjoying the con?
No, it doesn't belong in a museum. It's very current. Everybody loves it. It's not Indiana Jones, by the way. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana Jones. My mistake.
I'm sorry. We've just met, and already you're picking holes in it. You know, is this the sort of person he is? Is this the sort of person we allow to hold our microphones around the world?
Unfortunately, since it's my microphone, yeah.
Oh, I spoke. Okay, you got your mic. Have the mic.
So, are you having a good time?
I'm having a very good time. Really nice bunch of people here. In... Where was it? No. Philadelphia. Actually, I'm a little disappointed we're not in the center of Philadelphia because I wanted to get to see the town. But the people here absolutely love it.
You're not the first person to be so disappointed. There was a gentleman over there, Bruce Boxleitner, was also disappointed.
Yeah. Well, next time we'll be in the center. We'll know next time.
Absolutely. So, do you go to a lot of conventions?
Not a lot. Perhaps 6 a year, something like that. And I live in France, so it's more difficult for me to get to the States. So.
I hear that. A little bit of a flight.
Yeah.
So, you've been some villainous characters, it looks like. Do you enjoy playing the villain?
Well, I do if it's well written. Sometimes with the villains, they don't bother to give them any backstory. And just a cipher. That's not interesting to play. But I was given carte blanche with Power Rangers to do what I wanted, really. And with Raiders, it was such a strong part and such a strong movie. Who could fail?
Well, I probably could.
Yeah, you'd have a good shot at it, though, wouldn't you?
I would hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see you. Perhaps more in the Indiana Jones role.
That belongs in a museum. Why did it have to be snakes? I can do all that.
There you see. Audition won and passed and all over, I think.
Yeah, if they're going to do a remake, I don't think they're going to call me.
Right. We shall see.
So, being to a few cons, what do you think of all these people walking around in costumes? You see Power Rangers, you see Stormtroopers, you might have even seen an Indiana Jones or two in your day. What do you think of these cosplayers?
Well, I think it's a very interesting phenomenon. It's plainly fulfills an enormous need amongst a great deal of people to have drama and a wonderful sort of freedom of dress and spirit so that everybody can mix because everybody can be disguised. A great aura, I was saying earlier, of a benignity about it. Great positive force in the room, I think. Apart from that, the costumes, some of them are fabulous, are breathtakingly good. A man just walked past here looking like a tree. It was stunning.
I talked to him. He just said, I am Groot. I asked him, so how you doing? I am Groot. He was very not talkative.
That's a turn, huh? Comes from the quiet root stock.
Yeah, probably. Quiet tree. So, now I realize you've dressed up quite a bit for your roles, but if you were going to dress as any superhero or any character, is there a character you'd like to dress as?
Well, I've always wanted to play the wolf in Pinocchio.
I could actually see that.
I'm sorry, fox.
I could see that. You kind of got a little bit of a canine.
Reynard there. Yeah. Some people might say rat-like. No. Canine's nicer.
So, do you have any projects coming up or anything you're working on?
Yeah, I've just finished doing a series for Sony called Absentia, new series, in 10 episodes, and that'll be out next winter sometime, probably 2018, I would think. We just finished filming that in Bulgaria. And I've got a film on Netflix, a 4-episode film called Tokyo Trial, which is about the World War II Japanese war crimes trial. And that's really attracted a lot of attention. It's a really good, very serious history film. I'm very pleased with it. And somewhere out there's a nice little comedy and musical, which Disney picked up, but nobody seems to distribute it properly. Friends have seen it on planes. It's called High Strung, and it's a very nice mix of ballet and hip-hop. Yeah.
So you do the hip-hop parts?
No, I'm doing the ballet.
I think you'd be good at either.
I imagine.
Always the ballet.
Yeah.
So I also understand that there's a charity you like to promote. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
My wife and I are supporters of a charity called UKHF, which stands for United Kingdom Healing Focus. Healing Focus is the name of a school that we support for HIV/AIDS orphans in Uganda. We go every year, and we've been doing this now. This is coming up for our 10th year. We've been doing it since 2008 we first went there. The school was set up in 2009. We've just managed to build a great new brick classroom and dormitory for some 30 girls who live in the school. And now we have the project of having to rebuild the ordinary classrooms, which are made of wood and are falling apart as the result of extreme temperatures and termites. Termites are eating these things up at a tremendous rate. So that's our project for this year. Look it up. Look up our website. UKHF will find us. UKHF.
Okay, and we'll put the link so that if people want to help out, they can certainly do that.
That'll be terrific. Thank you.
That would be my pleasure. Now, since you go to a lot of cons, have you had an experience where a fan has come up to you and that really stood out as far as them either being very amazed by you or a little bit crazy or, any fan experience that really stands out?
One of the differences I've seen in this con to other cons I've been in is that I've felt, and this is true of cons in the UK as well, that a lot of the people who come here to cons are very disadvantaged in many ways. A lot of them have serious illness in their families. And I see an enormous benefit of them being able to join in these sorts of celebrations. And the difference is that in Philly here, really there don't seem to be that many people here. The population seem very benign and well settled and happy. And, I've been here a day, what do I know? But I've been very struck by that, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd say you haven't been to Philly enough to know that we're all that happy and benign.
I'm sure. But it's nice to think that you're happy and benign, because I grew up with Philadelphia cheese, and that always makes you happy and benign, don't you think?
Cheese?
Philadelphia cheese. Do you not have that here?
The cream cheese? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
I put it on my bagels.
All right, I put it on my shoes sometimes. When I've run out of polish.
Does it really work well?
It's terrible, and you stink. Your feet stink.
Like cream cheese, though.
Yeah, well, old cream cheese. Can you imagine?
Yeah, after a while, I'd say for the first 5 minutes it's good, and then after that, nah.
Makes you walk fast.
So, coming to these cons, has there been anyone that you've met at the con, another guest perhaps, that you were like, oh my god, this is awesome, I've never thought I'd run into this person? Was there any type of moment where you were a fan of someone and you got to meet them?
No.
You met everybody?
No. Lots of people I haven't met. Lots and lots of people I don't know. It's very different. No, I sometimes see old friends, which is very nice. Or sometimes see friends who I only see here, Like Angus over there. We did a movie called The Sender in, 84, 85 or something like that. It wasn't a bad movie. And one person today came up and mentioned it, which is amazing. Nobody has ever mentioned this movie to me. So it's nice, and we see each other from time to time at these dues.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, I have to go into some very invasive questions. Are you ready?
The answer is no. Yes?
No and yes? All right, I can deal with that.
All right.
So, what is your favorite candy bar?
Candy bar? You see, I'm stumped by this because I don't like candy.
How about your favorite dessert food?
If anybody can find me a Bath chocolate Oliver.
Bath chocolate Oliver.
It's a very special biscuit, a Bath Oliver. It's a rather salty arrowroot biscuit used for cheese in Britain. And somebody had the brilliant idea of putting really dark chocolate on this rather salty biscuit. And that is pretty hot, I have to tell you.
All right, so...
Wake up. Dreaming about the food.
Yes. And if you have these, send them to him. We'll put your a forwarding address so you can get all kinds of biscuits. Okay, second question. When you were a young man, when you were having to make a little bit of extra money as a child, what would it be a way that you would accomplish that? Like mowing lawns or paper?
I did a paper round, and I worked in a butcher's. I worked for a wine merchant. I worked as a golf caddy. I did a lot of things, yeah. I cleaned the urinals in a cricket club in North London for a time. Used their entire month's supply of powder in the first day.
Was it that bad?
It was pretty bad. And then I got very cross because I discovered early in the morning a milkman on his rounds used to stop and go in and use this urinal. And I got really annoyed about this. I thought, I've spent an entire day of this month using up the entire council supply of powder, not for this man to come in and deface it in this way. You can understand.
Well, that's... we'll hunt him down.
All right.
Take care of him for you.
It's almost tragic, really. Yeah.
All right, so final question. If you could travel through time and visit another era, past, or you could even go to the future, is there a particular era in time you would like to check out?
I'll tell you what I'd love to have seen. I played, after I did Indiana Jones, I did the Indiana Jones TV Chronicles, Young Indiana Jones, and I had a wonderful character to play in that, a man called Frederick Selous, who was the great explorer in what was then Rhodesia, is now Tanzania. And he recounts in his diary, which is a fantastic read, seeing herds of thousands of elephants. And I'd love to have seen that. The disadvantage of this story is that at that time all those plains were covered in tsetse flies and everybody was dropping dead. His horse dropped dead when he was way in the middle of the country. He spent days and days walking there. Amazing, man.
Well, I tell you what, if we get a time machine and we can take you back to check out the elephants, we will make sure that we get inoculations and bug spray and all that and make sure that you don't drop dead.
Terrific. And they're very good about tsetse flies. Did I say that the charity was in Uganda? Did I mention?
You did mention that.
Good. Well, they're very good now in controlling all those things in Africa. Malaria is not a problem anymore. I mean, it's a problem for local people. It's not a problem for tourists. And certainly tsetse flies being taken care of everywhere.
Yeah, to travel to Africa, you usually have to get a lot of shots and a lot of...
Me too.
So... before we go, is there any place on social media where people can follow your adventures?
No.
No? No Twitter, no Instagram?
No.
All right, we'll just tell people to go to your IMDb and look at that. How's that?
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Very good.
Well, Paul, it was a pleasure.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you, May, in production.
And everyone, thanks for watching. As always, have fun and cosplay on.